Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country road. Yeah, I highly recommend checking out the Japanese version of it because it's pretty good. Mm.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome back.
So cute.
Hopefully, or welcome for the first time, whichever one. Hopefully you're back. If you're not, well, then welcome. We're so happy to have you.
Yeah, we're lucky to have everyone
Yeah.
listen, watch, listen and watch
I'm in a different
wherever.
room today. I'm in Dana, this is no longer your room. This is now my room.
Yeah, you don't anymore.
Yeah. This is just my room
Get
now.
out of here.
Anyway, so before we get started, we have some things to apologize for from the last episode.
Oh yeah. So editing, right? You're gonna listen to yourself talk. You're gonna watch. I the amount of times that I said like to describe or try to connect things, I had turned a like into a conjunction and everything in between. And that's probably so annoying. It was annoying me because I could hear myself, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try to Pavlov myself out of it. So we'll see how this goes in this one because that was crazy. I was like, oh my God, do I know any other words? It was just like, and I recall the reason why I get mad, I think, is because I recall my teacher, like, went for like speeches and stuff, and my human communications teacher getting mad at like when people would practice and be like, is like the only word you know? And I'm like, damn, yeah, I know.
Oh my
Scary, right?
gosh.
Public
That's why
education
I
is
never took human communications.
my dude was scary. He was like the type of dude that well, he was like a grad student, I think. And I believe he was. And he looked like an artsy smoker, tattoos and everything, but he looked like he didn't give a shit. And he didn't. He was scary in that factor.
I
Like you
hope
would think that would kind of be hot, but he was like freaky.
I hope that I don't scare my students. Like,
Girl,
no, I don't.
I don't think anyone's gonna be in the nicest way possible. I don't think you're intimidating.
I'm not intimidating. I actually think I'm very approachable.
It's probably because you're short too.
Oh,
So
okay. I was just gonna say,
sorry.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm bless you. Thinking he's behind me.
It's
Anyway,
okay though.
well, I have to apologize for. I honestly didn't even notice that Emily said like that many times because I just
She's in love with us. She was just watching everything, and I
I
was just,
was. Listen, you have to be your biggest hype man. Like,
that is true.
I'm
But
just
having to like imagine being your hype man and then hearing the word like every 30 seconds.
but
I'm gonna fix it.
I apologize because I last time was complaining about how the Fruits Basket movie was $18. That shit was worth every single penny. Take my money. It was so good. Emily said I can't spend more than 10 minutes talking about the Fruits Basket movie. Dogs are behind me and they just
They're crazy.
I think they're leaving now. But anyway, yeah, let's get into some anime news for today. So for
Let's pull
today,
it up. Yeah, so okay, these are leaks from Weekly Shonen Jump. So I guess you can take what's the phrase?
take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, take it with a grain. I was like, I don't know, Steph. Yeah, take it with a grain of salt because who actually knows? But like, if this is true, it says that Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War arc, anime episodes 1 and 2, will be pre-screened on September 11th,
That's super exciting.
which that is exciting. I've been waiting for this. Well, like Bleach fans have been waiting for this.
Like there's a bleach
So
poster.
there's a Bleach poster back there. I have one on the side over here. My random Bleach poster. Oh, and then Aoashi, the anime, the second cure or whatever. I don't know how to say that. You know, you think English being my only language, I'd be good at speaking it, but I kind of suck. I don't know
C-O-Z.
words.
That's how you spell it. I don't actually know how to say it.
This the second part of Aoashi anime is scheduled for July 2nd, which is like this week, right? Weekend?
Saturday. So
Saturday?
this is coming out Friday. This the day after. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. The day after. So
That's exciting.
tomorrow, if you're listening to this when it was released, tomorrow, part two will be released.
But I don't know where the first part, like episode number ended because I stopped. Well, I didn't stop watching it. I just wanted to binge more.
Mm-hmm.
So, last episode I watched was episode 10. Maybe it was like 11 because I feel like that episode had just recently like come out. So who knows? But at least we're getting the second part earlier than I would have expected
Yeah.
for second part.
And then
Exciting.
Rent a Girlfriend season 2 is scheduled for July 1st for today. When, if you're listening to this the day this comes out, it is scheduled for today. I've never seen Rent a Girlfriend, but I know a lot of people really like it. So
I haven't seen it either. I'm pretty sure some of our friends have watched it,
there was a
but
new teaser released today. And so that's why I was reminded that it was scheduled for July 1st.
like I know about it. No one's recommended it to me. And it doesn't really pop up on my TikTok or Twitter really, unless people are talking about it. But I mean, it seems interesting. I think our friend watches it and likes it. But then again, he loves all romance, like genre, stuff like
I think
that.
I would Rent a Girlfriend because I love any kind of romance, but we'll see. And the last piece of news that we have is One Piece Film Red. I am so excited for One Piece Film
Hmm.
Red. Will run 120 minutes, which is 2 hours. So that's kind of crazy. I feel like
Yeah,
it's
I saw.
pretty short.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm happy with the 2 hours.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder what's going to be like. Obviously, what's a trailer, or we have a sense of what the movie is.
Hmm.
Watch Shanks only have like 30 seconds in this movie.
Imagine the
I
film.
would actually be quite upset, but that's such a Shanks thing. Like, I would, spoilers if you don't, like, if you're watching One Piece, like, just close your ears for a second. Um, Shanks' daughter, right? Uta. This is movies about her. She's like a pop star. So Shanks relation there. Red, I don't know. Shank, like just her being related to Shanks. Is that it? Like, were we gonna get Shanks content? Because I'm thinking like it's like mixed canon, right? Or it's
I
like
was confused because with all the teasers they've been releasing, like the character teasers, like we had the Big Mom pirates in it.
that's why I'm so confused where this is going because I just thought like the Straw Hats they figure out Shanks as a kid.
But Luffy
Um,
knew from
he just knows stuff and he's like, oh yeah, like this is this person or actually I did this and then everyone's like, what? You
yeah,
didn't think to disclose this information? And he's just like, well, I didn't think about it. It's just so Luffy. It's so
it is
him.
like 100% Luffy. So I'm really excited for One Piece Red. We still don't know exactly when it's coming to the States. We know it's coming in fall 2022, but we don't know. Fall is broad, so
I'm going to guess November.
probably something around that time. But I'm thankful we're getting it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because it could have been like in the winter or like winter 2023, as in like January.
Yeah. So that's all the anime news for today. So I think we're gonna go into today's episode is we're gonna rank our favorite Ghibli movies. We're gonna rank all the Ghibli movies that we've personally seen. But before we do that, we're gonna get into Fruits Basket. So spoilers for the Fruits Basket Prelude.
Hmm.
Yeah, English is my second language, y'all. But Fruits Basket, the movie, basically. Spoilers incoming. If you have not watched it, there will be spoilers.
This is not the episode to watch. I mean, later watch it.
I mean, please watch the episode, but fast forward. I'm only going to spend like 5 minutes on this because if I don't stop, I will never stop.
Yeah.
So,
She's a big fan. She'll keep talking about it. And I'll just be like, I love Fruits Basket though.
so
But
I give it, honestly, okay, watching experience, it was a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 watching experience. Movie wise, I think I would give it a 9 out of 10 just because it did start with a recap, which I personally appreciated because I haven't seen Fruits Basket since it ended a year ago. And I felt like the recap was necessary for people who haven't seen it in a long time because it really puts into perspective how Toru and Kyo's relationship is and why it's like so precious and so just I love them. They are the blueprint. But so I appreciated the recap. It could have been a little shorter, but I enjoyed watching it, so I wasn't mad about it. Like I was watching it, y'all, here's the thing. We had watched the last few episodes of Fruits Basket that day because Emily hadn't finished Fruits Basket. So we watched the episodes and I watched one of the episodes with her. No, I watched like most of the episodes with her, but I was crying that day watching the scene where Toru's mom sees her husband like in the ocean. I cried watching that. And I had just watched that like literally 4 hours before. They showed that in the movie and I was crying.
she was crying from basically the beginning
To the
to
end
the end. And then 20 plus minutes
after.
in the car, which
Because
was
y'all,
pretty
there was
funny.
a guy next to me in the movie theater, and I wanted to just sob so bad, but I was like, I can't ruin this guy's watching experience. Because I really didn't care like what he thought of me, because I had no shame in crying, but I didn't want to ruin his movie watching experience. So I was like, I can't just sob right now. So I did in the car. But what really got
We
me,
get in the car. No, before you say the rest, we get in the car and she just goes, I just need to cry real quick. And then she just like actually like out loud sobbing. And I was just sitting there like a lot of people can like oh my god, I just said like a
it's
lot
like,
of people know that it's not really I'm not really a crier. I don't really cry for real life things or things I'm not really attached to. Like,
she's
oh
okay.
my god.
Go okay.
Fruits Basket, like it's emotional. I didn't like what's the word?
You didn't cry. That's the
I'm
important
not
thing.
as attached to it as you are,
I'm
but
super,
not meaning that it's not good
yeah.
and emotional because the way that I would be reacting to emotional stuff, I would be like, damn,
Yeah.
that's sad.
She looked at me in the movie and they were having Toru's mom and her dad were having like their super cute moments and it was just
Oh, it was too
sadly,
good. It was too good to be true. So I leaned over to her and I was like, this is about to hurt. Because we had just recalled in the theater, we're like, oh yeah,
he dies
brother, the
of the
dad
common
dies.
cold.
Yeah, that was rough.
I was like, what is this? But I don't have much. This is not a movie review place. Like I don't have much like actual
We
reviewing.
are not movie like critics.
But all I have to say about it was just so good. Like I have nothing I'm so bad at this. I'm sorry, but I have nothing else to say, but it was incredible. I thought that the way they set everything up made a lot of sense and they showed every aspect of the relationship that just added so much value, if that makes sense, to their relationship. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but I really enjoyed it.
Their relationship was cute, especially the when it was the three of them and Toru shit was so cute as a kid. I
I
need kids
felt
like Toru and
so
Kyo.
I felt so bad for Toru though, because like her poor mom was just so depressed because
For like forgot about Toru.
she just lost the only person who had like accepted her. And poor Toru was just like, I'm here. And so when she remembered that, like, oh, that was just so emotional. Like her looking on the ocean about to literally like end her life, and then she hears a kid say mom, and she's like, oh wait, like I have a reason to live. I have my kid. And I just felt so bad for Toru, but also I just love Toru so much and she's just so precious. And when she came into the scene, like her mom went back to the house and she said, welcome home. Because earlier on in the movie, her mom had said that she didn't have anyone to say welcome home to her anymore.
And Toru's just in the corner, like, hello. I
So,
believe she, from like trauma stuff, she was just mute. Like, she became mute for a little bit because she didn't speak at all.
no, she didn't
That's
speak.
that's what I'm guessing. She didn't speak at all, or like her mom just never heard, like out of sight, out of mind type of situation. But the
I
thing was, she wasn't outside. She was there, but she put her out of sight.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I felt so bad, but then it also just like it showed a lot of how Toru and her mom's relationship came to be too, like how they were so close. And I thought that was really, really great. So I give it watching experience 10 out of 10, movie 9 out of 10. Recap could have been a little shorter, but I loved it. There's not much
It
else
was
to say.
it was really funny too. I
It
would
was
have the same ratings. The recap could have been shorter, but the way that they had like edited it and then pushed everything together, because
Yeah.
I had literally just watched all that recap stuff was like the last 5 episodes
Hmm.
of season 3. And so from knowing that, from having just watched it that day, the stuff wasn't episode wise in order.
Hmm.
It was all just like jumbled, but it made sense.
Yeah.
But I didn't care because I like seeing Kyo. Kyo's a
Uh,
good looking character.
okay. Can we talk about good
So
characters though? Her dad.
George's dad is hot.
Like 100%. I'm sorry.
He's a DILF. For real, for real. But he took off his glasses and I was like,
Emily and I looked at each other
damn.
and we were like,
We looked at it was so funny. And he was funny too. He was also very assertive and like in like a hot way, not like a oh he's about to
yeah,
like he could beat me.
it was attractive. Like,
It was dragged.
so no
Like damn.
judgment here. I was like, yes.
He's a 10, but he's not real.
He's a 10.
Toru's dad. Kyo.
Kyo.
Most of the Soma men,
Most of the men. Most.
except for Sensei.
Emphasize on most.
Most. Sensei
Or
do maybe
emphasis.
hot, but he's very toxic. Don't
Yeah.
trust him.
Anyway,
He's a
um,
dog.
that's everything I have to say about the Fruits Basket movie. Not a very, detailed review, but I just loved it. I 100% recommend checking it out. Don't watch it before you watch Fruits Basket. Like whenever it comes on Crunchyroll, do not watch the movie before you see the series because even though it is a prelude, one of those two, it does recap the show. So it does
It's
give
very
spoilers.
spoilery.
So you
The
cannot
first
watch
30
it.
minutes.
Yeah, you cannot watch it without watching the series. But once you finish the series, definitely watch it.
I'm sure it'll be on Crunchyroll like
Yeah,
pretty soon.
yeah. They
Who knows?
usually go on Crunchyroll pretty soon after they're in theaters. I feel like.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and start ranking. You've seen 12 and I've seen 11. No, you've seen 13.
I've seen yeah, I've seen 13.
Okay, I've seen.
Well, obviously we'll start from 13 and then make our way up. We'll have little descriptions of why it's ranked that way. But mind you, these are not going to be good descriptions. I highly recommend checking like all Ghibli movies out. If you have HBO, there's a Ghibli Hub.
Yeah,
Or they have Ghibli movies somewhere else.
I don't know. But I think you can buy them on YouTube and you can buy them on Amazon Prime, I want to say, but HBO has
They
like
always have the movies, like the DVDs. I was gonna say CDs. Oh my god. The DVDs, Target, Walmart, stuff like that. See if you can just buy it secondhand too.
is
Who
it
knows? Maybe you can find it at thrift stores and stuff.
is it Ghibli or Ghibli? Because when I was watching when I was watching Ponyo in theaters, I swear they said Ghibli. So I don't actually know. So please let us know if it's Ghibli or Ghibli.
I guess it just depends on like I say Ghibli. If I were to switch to Ghibli now, I would feel weird. Like it feels weird rolling off at Ghibli. Like, I don't know. I say Ghibli.
I say Ghibli as
Like
well.
Pecan Pecan. It's whatever you pick.
Auto.
But people know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and just get started, Emily.
at the bottom of the pyramid, at my number 13, we have Ocean Waves. People romanticize this movie on Twitter, and I don't understand how people enjoy the main characters because they're dumb. I have so much to say about this movie. I was like, oh, because I see screen caps all the time before we had watched this. So thinking I picked a great movie for friend family, like not friend family night, like friend movie night. We're at your house with about like 8 of us. Ocean waves. Oh, like it's gonna be a cute moment. Wrong. The main characters, that the girl especially, we were so upset. We were so confused on why people like this movie. The cinematography and screen caps and everything. It's like aesthetically pleasing. It's a nice looking movie.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the characters.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want the dude to end up with the girl because the way she was acting, he he deserved way better. She was pissing us off. And we were like, what the hell are we watching? And then why do people like this? But we had to finish it, right? Because we had started it. So what the fuck? Like Ocean Waves, bottom of my list. I give it a 2 out of 10 because
Oh.
it was pretty.
Oh, okay.
I wanted him and his best friend to end up together at that point.
I can see
I
that.
think we were all rooting for it at that. Didn't happen.
It did not happen.
But yeah, that's at the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
Ocean Waves. At the bottom of your list.
Well, I guess you can do your number 12 and then we'll start at 11. I'll start my 11.
Oh yeah. Well, we have both seen this one. Number 12 for me is Castle in the Sky. The reason why it's ranked so low for me is one, we had arrived late a little bit. They had started the movie right on time, like 7 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
But we watched the Ghibli movie subbed, and the main boy, his voice actor is the same as Luffy's voice actor. So, mind you, by the time I had watched this, I had watched 1,000 episodes of One Piece, and I could not get Luffy's voice out of my head while watching this movie. So the whole time I'm like, damn, this is Luffy. This is Luffy. And there was like really quiet parts too, like awkward quiet for 10 minutes.
Mm.
I was afraid to eat my popcorn. Emily was not afraid to be chomping
I
on
was
that
not
popcorn.
afraid to eat my popcorn.
It was so quiet, and you just hear crunch, 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 crunch. I was like, this is so awkward, man. This is so awkward. But like, I'm not enjoying this movie. It's cute, especially the little robot dude. What?
This is Mr. Bingley.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Yeah.
He's special.
He's lovely. Anyway. Okay. So continuing, that is your number 12.
I would rank it 5 out of 10.
Okay. So my number 11, because I've only seen 11 Ghibli
So
movies.
the bottom of your list.
My bottom of my list. You're not going to be surprised, but both of us have the same bottom two. So my number 11 is also Ocean Waves. It is aesthetically beautiful. And I actually liked the main character, like the main guy. I thought he was nice. I liked him. I thought he was a little dumb. But just the whole story made me so mad. I was like, I have nothing else to add from what Emily said, but the whole story makes me mad. I think it's worth a watch because aesthetically it is beautiful, like every Ghibli movie is. But the storyline just made me so mad. So that's my number 11.
I get so mad thinking about ocean waves because I feel dumb that I was the one that had told everyone, "Oh, ocean waves, it looks good. It's gonna be good." It was not good.
I would give it a 3 out of 10.
mm,
Just because I really love the aesthetics.
hmm
But storyline, no. Okay. So now you're number 11.
I feel like people are really gonna hate my list, but this is just of what I vibed with the most.
What's your number 11?
This movie, I wasn't really vibing with it. Maybe just because I'm not a big romance fan. Yeah, you're about to hate me. My number 11 is The Wind Rises. I don't even know what to say about it. I mean, the couple's cute, and obviously, Ghibli movie, aesthetically pleasing. I really liked it. Too much like physics and math. I didn't too big brain thinking for me, for my ADHD self. I'm glad they got married.
Anyway, moving on.
But like The Wind Rises, my ranking, I was like a 7 out of 10. It was a little too long for me.
Okay.
Cute couple. I really not much to say about it. Watch it and tell me what you think.
Anyway, my number 10 is the same as your number 12, I think it was.
12, Castle in
Um,
the Sky.
Castle in the Sky. It
Mhm.
was a really good movie. I couldn't get over the fact that it was Monkey D. Luffy's voice actor.
Mhm.
All I could hear is Luffy, so I couldn't really get over that
Mhm.
fact. It was a little too quiet for me. Again, the popcorn chewing was definitely a thing. I didn't care because I was like, I'm gonna eat this popcorn. The movie was just a little too quiet for me. I got really tired and almost fell asleep watching it because of how silent it was. But aesthetically, again, very beautiful. A good storyline, just a little boring. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
I agree.
That's just my
The
opinion.
little robot dude's cute.
Yes. So that is my number 10.
I feel like people are really gonna hate my list. Okay, number 10, The Tale of Earthsea. This has a okay, the cover of this movie has a dragon on it. So I'm thinking this is about dragons.
Wrong.
Not really. The movie starts with like dragons fighting in the sky. One falls or something. This movie feels like a fever dream. So I'm not really sure. Like I watched it consciously, beginning to end. Do I remember really much about it? No, because I was kind of confused. I thought this was gonna be about dragons. I love dragons are cool. Dragons are rad.
Dragons are red.
So I remember the wizard dude, like the evil guy, being really creepy. So I guess that's a good factor of it, having a really creepy character, because it makes, you're like, ooh, that's creepy as fuck. Like, what? I don't recall much about it. And then Dragon at the end, I don't even remember characters. I should probably move this lower on my list. I'd probably switch this with the Wind Rises, actually. Let's switch. We're revising the list right now that we're thinking about it. Okay, my number 11 now is The Tale of Earthsea, and then we'll put The Wind Rises at my number 10.
Okay.
Because I vibed with The Wind Rises more. I remember more about that movie than I remember about The Tale of Earthsea.
That's fair.
Crazy.
Okay.
That has just happened live. Oh,
Well, my number 9 is Emily. You're gonna hate me for this.
I know.
It's the cat returns is my number 9.
Ugh.
It was really funny, and when I was watching it, I was like, "What am I watching?" It felt like a fever dream. To me, that's what it felt like. I was just so confused. It was really funny though. So that's why it's my number 9 and not at the bottom. It's aesthetically not my favorite Ghibli film. It's still beautiful, but it's not my favorite. Um I was really happy to see the cat again from Whisper of the Heart,
Aaron.
but I just it just preference wise,
Oh my god.
oh my gosh, it is
I
just
know, right?
not my favorite, but it's a good movie. I would rate it a 6.5 out of 10, but it was good. It was really short.
Oh my god.
So that is my number 9. I'm so sorry.
I'm sure you might hate me for my number 9, but my number 9 is My Neighbor Totoro. It's from all Ghibli movies, this one I feel is more directed towards a younger audience.
I agree. I agree.
Any age you can watch it and enjoy it. It's cute. The children are cute. Totoro, the little Totoro is cat plus. Love the cat plus. Probably my favorite character. Um, like story, they're in the countryside. They're trying to live their life. Not much
Okay.
like, it's like it's good. I need something a little more impactful, I guess. You know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying, which is
More maybe more action because I'm into shonen and stuff and
yeah.
everything. So when it comes to like Ghibli movies like Princess Mononoke, that's like rad. That's so rad.
Yeah.
Now, My Neighbor Totoro, total 180.
Oh, 100%.
But
But
when Totoro, honestly, when Totoro screams, that's a little scary.
I definitely think it
I'm
is
afraid.
targeted towards younger audiences. But I mean, that's a perfect transition because my number 8 is My Neighbor Totoro. I love that movie. I think it's super cute. It's just not my favorite, and that's why it's not my favorite. So it's number 8. But I do love the film. I think it's really cute. I
Really cute.
doesn't grab my attention the entire time, which is I think another reason that it's
That's what it is.
at number 8. But I love Totoro. I love the kids. I love the film. It's just not up there for me. That's the best way I can describe it.
I agree.
Mhm.
I
That's a
totally agree.
great film.
My number 8 is Kiki's Delivery Service.
If you're listening and not watching, I want you to know that I just gave her like
She hates me for this ranking.
yes, 100%. But I'll let you explain.
So the reason why I have this low is because of other stuff, obviously. I enjoyed more. Um I Kiki's a cute character. Her and Gigi, Black Cat. I love black cats. I had a black cat myself. I had two black cats actually. So I thought that was really cute. Gigi could talk. What the heck? That's cool. She's a witch. Me too. So it's just like she's delivering mail. She's living in a bakery. The the scenery is really European-esque. I
It is.
loved it. It's very pretty where she lives. I would love to live in a bakery too. Like smell fresh bread all the time. That'd be great.
I
It's
couldn't.
just it's not my favorite. To me, it's not in my like from what I like, it's just not in my top 5. So that's why it's number 8 to me. I don't hate it.
You know what? Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
She doesn't agree with my opinion. I'm not entitled for this opinion.
Well, you're gonna be really mad at me for my next one, so I'm
I
ready
know.
for it.
Ours are so different, I feel.
The dogs just barked.
These dogs are psycho. This is why they need to be trained. I don't know how to do it. I'm too lazy to do it, but it needs to happen. If I could make a wish with a genie, I would wish that they were well trained. I would waste a wish on them.
I'm so
They
dead.
don't even live forever. But for my time being, like for me living with them, it needs to be the case.
Yeah, they're getting the zoomies right now. That's okay.
Oh no, bro.
My number zoomies in the room. Okay. My number
With the
7.
yeah.
Go with it. I actually just changed this on the spot because I was looking at my list and I was like, no, actually, I like this one more than I like this one. I'm so sorry, Emily. My number 7 is Up on Poppy Hill.
Ugh.
I really enjoyed the film. The reason it's number 7, Emily hyped it up so much that I was expecting it to become like my new favorite Ghibli film. Like I love the aesthetics in it. I love the main character. I was really upset that even though like that their romance continues on, like you don't really see it, and I wanted to see it, so it felt incomplete to me. The story, the aesthetics are beautiful, the music is great. I just expected more. So it's my number 7.
Oh, oh god. What's my number 7? Okay, my number 7 is The Cat Returns. It was actually pretty short.
It was like an hour.
I did not expect that because Ghibli movies can be quite long or feel quite long.
Mm-hmm.
So I was shocked. The movie we got there, it was supposed to start like, well, it says showtime starts at 7. Start at 7:10 ads. We got out like 8:10, 8:15.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it. What the heck? But I really liked it. The cats were so funny, especially the fat cat. The king was ridiculous. The servants, the whole cat world. I was just, that's what I imagine cats do. They have their own little world with the king. They just go do their thing. Also, the spoiler alert, but when the white cat, I was like, that's the cat that the main girl saved. And that's like all grown up and helping her out. I thought that was so cute.
I will say the one thing that intrigues me about The Cat Returns is my theory is that because it's the Baron from Whisper of the Heart, I'm like, is this the story that the main character in the Whisper of the Heart wrote? And now it's a movie, and that's just like the first story she wrote was about the Baron and like this girl. I don't know. That's just a theory I have.
Who knows? The Baron was really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool character. The crow was cool too. The main girl, she found where she belonged.
Yeah.
That was really cute. So
My
not my top 5, but I really enjoyed it. It was really funny.
It was funny. I'll give it that. It was funny. My number 6 is The Wind Rises. I love this film so much. I think I would give it, okay, honestly, rating wise, I'd give it like a 7.5 out of 10, but I still love it. Like, I really enjoyed watching this film. It was really sad. I, for some reason, really like watching things that just break my heart. I don't know why. I'm just like into that. So I loved, I just loved it. Like, I have no, again, our explanations kind of suck, but that's all I have to say is I love the film. It's not my favorite. It's not in my top 5, but it's up there and I really, really enjoy it. So
My number 6 is Ponyo.
uh
Ponyo, Ponyo. Great song. Ponyo is so cute.
yeah.
What a little troublemaker. Causes a tsunami. Who could do that? Who would have thought a little girl, a little fish girl named Ponyo could cause a tsunami? The mom is funny. Um, she's just doing her own thing. She's just NASCAR race car driver, driving everywhere. What's the little dude? Sosuke, so cute. Him and Ponyo's relationship, so freaking cute. The dad was funny too, especially when he's like walking around with his little water spout thingy to stay dry on land, or stay dry, what, to stay wet on land. Yeah, wow, opposite day. The mom, Ponyo's mom, beautiful. What the heck? The whole storyline with Ponyo and Sosuke's adventure, the whole scenery, I loved it. The songs, so good. So that, like, number 6 for me. Close to top 5, but not top 5. I feel like number 6 so far is like a pretty good Ponyo ranking.
Yeah, well, my number 5 is Ponyo. So I don't really have much to add to what you said. I love this film. It just makes me so happy every time I watched it. The reason it's number 5 is because I just think some films are just better story-wise. I think Ponyo is just a really cute film with a good story. You don't have to think a lot, which is nice. Yeah, I don't have much to add to what you said. I just love
The dub cast for Ponyo,
funny.
Ghibli brings in the most famous people to voice characters, and
Yes.
Ponyo is one of them. And people don't know, so Frank Jonas in the dub, which is the little Jonas, not a Jonas brother, but little Jonas. He's a brother of the Jonases. Um, he's the dubbed for Sosuke, and then the dubbed for Ponyo is Noah Cyrus, so Miley Cyrus's little sister. And then I think who's the voice actor for the dad? It's the dude where he's like, "I will find you, and I will kill you." The Taken dude. I'm blanking on his name.
I have no idea.
Oh my god! But the dude from Taken, the dad from Taken, which is crazy because he's everywhere too. So and like other stuff for movies too. We had just like I looked up the dub for The Cat Returns, and Anne Hathaway is the main girl. Anne
That's
Hathaway? Uh, what the heck?
yeah.
I thought that was crazy, but Ponyo, such a cute movie. It also just a really important like movie from Japan to make an impact in like the Western world, especially in America.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel when people talk about Ghibli movies here, maybe like younger people, they talk about Ponyo because that came out in 2008.
6.
Oh, Obama was president.
Oh, and then 2008.
Like 2008 or 2009. I remember Obama. I'm like Obama and Ponyo. There we go. So it's like Ponyo, Spirited Away, and how I feel are the three Ghibli movies here, the three It movies of
Yeah,
Ghibli
I agree.
in America. So Ponyo, so good.
Yes.
Highly recommend.
You're number 5.
My number 5 is Princess Mononoke, which Dana would hit me
She has a Princess
for
Mononoke poster right there.
for saying this. I like it. It's the action that we need. The one thing I'm not a big fan of, but this could also just be like my attention span, is that this movie is long as hell. This is 2 hours. We watched it for Ghibli Fest. You didn't,
Mm-mm.
but my butt was numb, and I hate that feeling. So Princess Mononoke, so good. That if people had only seen Ghibli movies like Totoro or like Ponyo, and then they saw Princess Mononoke, they're beheading people in this movie. They're like killing people. The deer god, he's a little freaky. I do not like how he looks. I make fun of him as well. He got a weird face, but very important character. Show it's the point of this movie is like an environmental issue and how humans affect nature in a negative way. The struggle for um the struggle between nature and like humanity and how it clashes, and they're trying to figure out if they can but inhabit the same area, co-inhabit. What the I feel like I'm having a moment here. But you know what I mean. Like nature and humans, they're not getting along. They haven't been getting along ever since we popped up. So it shows in the Ghibli way how that works, and I find that very poetic and cinematic. And Mononoke's rad. She's
I
rad as
actually
fuck.
haven't seen Mononoke. I'm gonna watch it. I already know I'm gonna love it, but yeah, that's awesome. Bingley is right here and he's crying to me that I'm not petting him. So that's why if you see me looking
Oh
down,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
know the entire time this podcast, I feel like I'm having a whole moment and like you can't really like I look like I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to man the dogs right here.
They're very. They love people, and they really love you. So they could have been worse. They
Yes.
still suck in the nicest way possible. I love these dogs. They still suck.
Yes.
But
No, I agree. I love these
um,
dogs with all my heart, but oh my gosh, they're so annoying. Um, so
what's your number for?
my number 4 is Spirited Away. It is I'm so sorry, y'all. I really feel like I'm really bad at explaining things. Not a movie review podcast for a reason. We're just ranking based off our enjoyment. It's a really well thought out story and a really well thought out film. And that's really all I have to say about it. It's just really well thought out. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Like thing. Just I fell asleep during it. I'm not even gonna I'm just gonna be straight with y'all. I fell asleep watching it the first time.
Damn.
It I was really tired. Okay. I fell asleep watching it the first time, but that's okay. Rewatched it. I understand why it's so high up on everyone's Ghibli list and why it's so well loved by the community. It's an incredible film. The story is very well thought out. The characters are very well thought out. The animation is beautiful. Just personal watching experience, it's my number 4.
Word. My number 4 is Whisper of the Heart. This movie was fantastic. Way like I did not expect what came out of that movie. I've only seen like screen caps of it, so I had no idea what it was about. A little bit of romance. That's what. Well, not even a little bit romance, but um, still character development of the girl. So it didn't just focus on that, which I really liked. Um, she plays a or he is a violin maker. That's so romantic. And what does she do?
She wants to be a writer.
Oh yeah, she wants beer. The best thing about that movie is the Japanese version of Country Road.
Yes, I agree.
That song will get stuck in your head once you watch it. We were squealing like little preteen girls watching this movie. It was so cute. I highly recommend it. And then it just plays into, since they have the Baron statue, it plays into the cat returns. So I highly recommend watching Whisper of the Heart and then watching Cat Returns, because then you can see the Baron in action. It's so rad.
The
So
Baron is so cool.
I really liked a couple, and I really liked the movie. I would give it a 9 out of 10. So that's my number 4.
All
Now we're getting
right.
on the top 3.
Top 3. My number
Top 3
3
Ghibli.
is Howl's Moving Castle.
I will interject. That's also my number 3.
Oh, okay, sweet. So we can just talk about it together. Oh my gosh, what an incredible film. It was
Hal is hot.
it's hot. It was the first Ghibli movie I've ever seen. Like seen as an adult. I'd seen Ghibli movies when I was a kid, but like actively remember watching as an adult, it was Howl's Moving Castle. And it was because Dana made me watch it because I think it's her favorite or like in her top 3 at least. And oh my gosh, it's just so good. Storyline, incredible. Animation, stunning. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful film.
Another goated dub cast.
And
Christian Bale is Hal in the dubbed. This is the thing with Ghibli movies, is that I'm not, when I watch anime, I'm not a dub, really. I'm not that big of a fan. But I
Ghibli
feel like
though,
Ghibli dubs are so good. I can watch them dubbed. I can watch them be like interchangeable. It's so good. So Hal dub, like Christian Bale, what the fuck? Like so good. So good. I love it. It's chef's kiss
yes.
to Howl's Moving Castle. The whole story, like 5 years in the future, and then he's like, "I found you, Calcifer."
Is
This
hilarious.
is probably one of the best. Like, if we're ranking based off of um side characters, Hal is probably the best because of one, that dog. It was just like, and then Calcifer, fantastic. I can't remember the little boy's name, but he's like an apprentice wizard. So cute. The scarecrow, fantastic. I loved how they finished that at the end too, with him. I just how so good. Yeah, Dana was shook when you had said you have not seen it or like didn't remember. She just sat you down right there and just popped the DVD in.
Yeah.
and we watched it.
It's incredible, and it still remains. It's been in my top 3 since I watched it, and it
I would give it a 10 out of 10. I could watch that movie all the time.
I would give it a 9 out of 10 just because my top 2 are 10 out of 10s, and I can't I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. Actually, 9.5 out of 10. It's so good. I'd rewatch it multiple times. But my my number 2 is Whisper of the Heart. I adore this movie so much. Like Emily said, again, I don't have much to add to what Emily said, but the way that this movie had us squealing, it is so cute. I love the girl story. There's not much to add. It's a 10 out of 10. I would watch this movie over and over again. I love it so much. I love the little couple. They're so cute. And that's all I have to say. 10 out of 10 movie. Highly recommend watching it. It is so good.
Okay, my number 2 is Spirited Away. And reason why this is my number 2, this I'm pretty sure this was the first Ghibli movie I had ever watched as a kid.
Oh,
So childhood nostalgia, the whole childhood factor, pretty good. Hawk and I'm blanking on the girl's name.
me too.
This is great. Wow, what a great description. I love their relationship. I love the little girl's relationship with the older worker lady and the cold dude. Little coal sprites are also really cute. All the characters are cute, except for the big baby. But when the big baby turned into the mouse and the little bird thing, that was really cute. I really like that. The witch lady is weird looking.
Creepy.
No Face, love No Face.
Mhm.
What an iconic character. Very recognizable for I feel like anyone.
Mhm.
So Spirited Away has that factor. The scenery too, like the cinematography for it, fantastic. Landscape's perfect. Like you could take a screenshot, probably frame it somewhere, put it in the Louvre. Deserves to be there. Louvre needs a Ghibli art section. I highly agree with my statement. But uh great storyline. The parents turning into pigs, freaky. That always freaked me out as a kid. But that's all I have to say about it. 10 out of 10 for me.
Yes. My number 1 is her number 8. My number 1 is Kiki's Delivery Service. I adore this film so much. Okay, to be honest, I don't think it's the best Ghibli movie out there. Story-wise, content-wise, I think that objectively, Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle are better films. However, they don't bring me the joy that Kiki's Delivery Service brings me. And I think that's really what matters is your own personal viewing experience is how much joy it brings you. Kiki's Delivery Service is my ultimate comfort film. It is just so relaxing. I love Kiki as a character. I love how she grows throughout it. You know, she's just a little witch who's trying to find her way in the world. I love that. I love Gigi. I just love every character. There's nothing don't have anything bad to say about this movie. Aesthetics beautiful. The music, y'all can't argue with me that the music is not top tier. The music is so good in this film. Aesthetically beautiful. I just adore everything about this film, and I could watch it over and over and over again and not get tired of it. So that's how I know that this is my number 1. Even though objectively I think that there are better Ghibli movies, my number 1 will stay Kiki's Delivery Service because it is my ultimate comfort film and it just makes me so happy. So that is my number 1.
Period. My number 1 is From Up on Puppy Hill. And this is kind of be crazy, but it's not when it comes to reasons of why I love this movie. People would probably suspect like, oh, the character or the whole storyline. The reason why it's my number 1 is because of the music.
Wait,
They did the music in from Up on Poppy Hill is the reason why this is my number 1 Ghibli movie because they did a fantastic job picking music for this movie, and it fits so well with scenarios. This is like set in 60s Japan. They're getting ready for the Olympics. It's just so cool to see that and then just see these characters live their high school life, or no, they're in middle school or something like that.
School.
They're in school, live their school life. Drama. I would not expected what occurred in that movie.
Yeah.
Had me shook. The first time had me shook. I was like, is this what's going down? Are they brother and sister? What? And then the whole like just the how they're so connected and they had no idea till people told them the whole story. I thought that was really creative. I thought it just pulled you through a loop. Um, it's a movie I can watch all the time. I feel like it's a perfect movie for a rainy day, sunny day, cloudy day, cold day, hot day. Um, I just highly recommend it. I love that movie. The music's great. I have all of it on a playlist. So,
I respect
um,
your opinion.
10 out of 10 for me. Storyline, the scenery, her house is beautiful, what she lives in. It's this beautiful 2 or 3 story house on a hill, green. It's like the perfect cottage core-esque, like seaside town house situation, whatever. It's beautiful. That's my dream to have like a house like that. So, um, I think it just because of the town too, just reminds me of like a childhood place that I grew up in, or just grew up going to in Michigan. So I really liked that. And the characters are great. She's lovely. I love her little pigtail braids and the dude. Also, the high school or whatever grade they're in, the the clubhouse, and seeing how ridiculous boys are in this movie was so funny.
Yeah, I'll agree with
So
you.
I really like that. So I mean, there's not really much else to say about that, but that yeah, I mean,
That is our Ghibli ranking.
is it the best? I don't know. This is really just based off. This isn't Rotten Tomatoes, okay? This is just based off of what I liked and what my ADHD brain vibed with the most, and this is it. So,
Yes. So
I
I
mean,
can't,
check out everything. We're not even done with like the amount of Ghibli films. We have a couple more, I think.
yeah, I think a few, but
So,
that is our list. We'll give you a little rundown again of what they are. So my number 11 was Ocean Waves, 10 Castle in the Sky, 9 A Cat Returns, 8 My Neighbor Totoro, 7 Up on Poppy Hill, 6 The Wind Rises, 5 Ponyo, 4 Spirited Away, 3 Howl's Moving Castle, 2 Whisper of the Heart, and 1 Kiki's Delivery Service.
here's my little quick rundown. All right, number 13, Ocean Waves. 12, Castle in the Sky. 11, The Wind Rises. 10, The Tales of Earthsea. 9, My Neighbor Totoro. 8, Kiki's Delivery Service. 7, The Cat Returns. 6, Ponyo. 5, Princess Mononoke. 4, Whisper of the Heart. 3 is Howl's Moving Castle. 2, Spirited Away. And then 1 from Up on Poppy Hill.
Yay.
So like for us, that's so total opposite,
Yeah,
really.
which is interesting because most of the time I feel like when it comes to shows and stories, we're usually pretty similar with our ranking, but for some reason with Ghibli films, I think it's just our viewing experience and how we watch it is just different for some of them,
Yeah.
which
I
is
mean,
really interesting because
crazy.
usually rank things around the same. But anyway, that was the episode today. Again, kind of chaotic because of the dogs, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed it.
Dogs are dogs. We're trying our best.
Yeah,
They're trying their best. Actually, no, they're not trying their best. They're just crazy. But if you're gonna get anything from out of this episode, this is just
some good recs.
some good recs. Yes, get into anime movies. If you have just watched shows and whatnot, or if you only read, if you're gonna get into the world of anime movies,
Watch Ghibli films.
highly recommend Ghibli movies.
100%.
Highly recommend them. You need to like if you are a human on this planet, you should at least watch some Ghibli movies.
100%.
Like
Also,
100%. Like I think Spirited Away is in like IMDb, whatever it's called, like top 100 movies.
of all time, as it should
Like
be.
there's Ghibli movies in there, so you just know it's good. Just
Yes, just watch them
dive dive into it.
and
Go into it.
watch the Fruits Basket movie after you have seen the whole series. And we hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate it. You have no idea. This is just really fun for both of us to do. So having you guys listen, even if it's just like 5 or 10 of you, 2 of you, if it's just me, I don't know, but whoever listens, we really appreciate it. And
Yeah,
our
we
next
really appreciate you guys.
yeah, you should join our Discord.
Stay hydrated. Yeah, join our Discord.
Um,
That is in
the link.
our Spotify stuff, our link. Just follow everything. We have stuff in the Discord chats
Yes.
that you can check out. So it'd be fun. And just a community. We can build a community there to discuss stuff. So
And our next
I hope you guys enjoyed this
is
episode.
going to be ranking
Oh
a
yeah, more ranking.
preliminary ranking of our top 10 animes of all time. So,
And we'll have a special guest
special guest. So,
on our next episode.
join us for our next episode. And we appreciate you all.
Yes.
And thank you.
And this is episode 2 on Are We Nerds?
Yes. All right. Thank you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.